Hey guys, I'm Paul Warthog here, your strategist on Strategy Guide, a series on my channel where we do a lot of different strategy stuff involving games and all that stuff. Okay, so where we left off, we were moving a land force to assist Megaliths and other land and other air units by our um by our allies over here, which are of the Cyprian faction. Now, for this base, you mainly use land forces because they're vulnerable to it, and they always attack the tanks, not attacking the AA, which is actually doing damage to them. But that's just how the game is, and how crappy they are when it comes to that crap. Okay, so we have over 1,000 mass. Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do is buy more research. I'm gonna get a bunch of research for my land units, which now should be able to withstand more damage and deal it out. So that means they're going to shoot down a few more of these pilots, but in the end, we had a losing battle. We did not have a whole lot of numbers. I only bought enough to protect this area to begin with. But that's not going to matter now. Okay. So I think after this turn, I'm going to build another long-range point defense, and then another shield, and I think we should be all set. So I'm going to leave an engineer there, to heal our mass outpost and all that stuff. Let me think. Now what do I want to do? I think at this point, there's really up to 12 research stations is probably preferable. Seeing as you don't have the whole tech trees unlocked, 6 will do fine for this mission. I think my air unit can definitely pack more of a punch than my land unit right now. Okay. So, from the looks of it, we are sort of at a standstill until I can build a bigger army to attack these guys with. Like I said, they're vulnerable to a land attack from their air base. We're going to go for that first. But what we want to do is to also increase the effectiveness of that by also securing it with our air units as well. So what we're going to do is move these slowly forward, a little bit at a time. And holy crap, that is a lot of damage being done. Well, I'll just move my units here and they'll attack these guys here. Okay. I'm going to tell these guys to move back. I'm going to tell our land units to move ahead. Now, the reason for this is because our land units are a little bit slower. Bit worried there with how many units our AA turrets had to fend off. So I'm going to build some more just to be sure. And we can hold that area. Okay. Now we're going to move ahead. And this is great timing. Our Cyprian ally has brought out a Megalith, which is an experimental unit, super powerful. That's like your super powerful units. They're like your boss units. It's like the boss that you have to fight at the end of certain games, at the end of certain levels. It's like, that's your boss unit in this game. Now, because we can move them a little bit faster, our air units, we're going to actually move this with our Megalith, which is a little bit slower. We'll clear the air before it moves, and also have it assisted right where it is with ground units. Meanwhile, our air units attack it ahead of time. So what we're going to do now is get these guys to engage in combat with all of these, and hopefully we can get it there and help each other get our land units to where they need to go. Okay, so I think it's without saying now that I definitely need to command both my air unit and my land unit that we have here, and all send them in. At least doing damage to weaken the production of their aircraft is better than not doing anything, and I think doing that would be good. Then we can follow it up with strikes on other important things too. Okay, so what we're going to do now is cripple their mass production. I think it's a great idea, and they're trying to rebuild a factory. After I just crippled their mass production. Okay, now I'm going to destroy this air factory again, because they decided to be a butthole and rebuild one after I went through all that hard work to freaking wreck it. Regardless of what happens, we've destroyed a few structures, destroyed this mass extractor, but they seem to rebuild it super fast. And that's what's so annoying. That is completely fine. Now, within the shield area, or shield range, so the shield's not going to provide protection because we're firing inside the shield area at the factory itself, rather than us firing at the factory from outside the shield's protected area. So we destroyed a few structures, even though that some of the bigger ones were able to be rebuilt and maintained. So not as all as I hoped for, but it's better than not doing anything. Sometimes you have to start out with small skirmishes and small amounts of damage done to slow down your enemy and what they can do to you before you can go any further. Seems like my Air Force did more damage. I guess that's because I have more Air Force than I do Land Force. And Land Force is sort of needed, so I'm going to set this engineer to assist this. Set this one to assist this one here. And we're going to wait until we have our maximum unit limit reached. Now in this instance, I'm going to have this one have some extra AA because they're only getting attacked by AA now. So like almost never do they get attacked by land. They did before, but I don't know, it must be something my allies doing to stop this. Okay. So I think I've devised the strategy on how we can do this. I'm going to focus. I'm trying to use all of my new strategies for this video. So one of my newer ones is that I'm going to focus on just AA assisting the ground units rather than me doing all the mean fighting and all that stuff. Now, another thing I forgot to do, which would actually be quite beneficial, is we put an intel station here. See what's coming to our mass outpost before we engage with anything of the sort from our, before they engage in any kind of combat, before they actually reach the outpost. Okay, now I got my land units, my air units here, not my land units. And I'm going to set them to patrol pretty much anything within this central platform area. Meanwhile, while we rebuild stuff, so we'll tackle air and land units that come near here, that kind of thing. It's actually going to quite easily suppress the enemy while we build our forces up. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to end this and not repeat it and build 2 more engineers for the sake of having our factories have a higher output. Okay. Gonna have it assist the factory here. I think I told it to assist an air unit. going to tell this one to assist this factory here. Then what we're going to do is get these two, and then we're going to repeat the build again. Now I'm going to give personal shields to all my land units. Chrome health increases their chrome health by 100. Not sure if that counts as their personal shield. And more training to our air units will be the exact next thing we get. Still 20 strong in the middle. Okay, 29. Not bad. Okay. Gonna move in our... Start having our land units moved in there. By the time they reach the middle, we'll have a big enough air force, sizable air force to take them on. We'll engage with our air force and our land force, try to do it at the same time, not one before the other, because we want to outnumber at the point of attack, or do our best to do so. Then again, the enemy can make use of earthworks, or in this case, their home field advantage, which would be using what they have around them, which would be their turrets for defense. Okay, they reach the middle. Air Force is ready. Now we're going to do something else. You play the AI trick on them. This is what I call it. You attack them multiple times like we've done. We did, I think, like 1 or 2 attacks down the middle. They'll think that we'll do that again. We have units in the middle. They think that we're going to go and attack them there. Instead, we're going to move our units here. And then we're going to send our land units up the middle. And then have our air units attack from the side. And do sort of like a sneak attack. The only thing we're waiting for is something to assist us. Say this incoming megalith here. This is a great time to do this. What we're going to do is have this come and assist us. And we'll technically assist it as we have air cover. Moved out of the way of the mobile missile launchers, which is good because mobile missile launchers generally do a lot of damage all at once. With you, as you can see, the amount of missiles that are being launched. The only downside to them is that they only work against non-moving targets. So if you want them to focus fire a turret for you, say an AA turret or a heavy point defense or a long-range point defense, or any type of point defense or AA turret of any kind, then that's the things you want to do. Now, we're a little bit faster than the megalith, but that is fine. We'll get there about maybe a few minutes, maybe about 30 seconds before it does, maybe 10. About there. Now's the time where my air units come into play. And we go in here for the attack. I don't know why they even bother building nuke defense silos if we don't even have it unlocked in the campaign yet. That right there is the UEF nuke defense silo right there. I just don't know why they have it. Okay. Now we're going to attack 2 of these. Our land units are going to focus fire this. On top of that, we're going to go directly for their ACU in hopes that it does not have core dump. Now we're going to actually focus fire this engineer here as it's healing their ACU as it's being attacked. Or was healing it. Okay. Now I'm going to pull my air unit away. Though we don't have much of it left, I just want to have at least something to use as defense. Okay! Phase 1 down. One base is offline, and we only have 3 remaining. Crap, they have a unit cannon. Look at it's firing units. We have a sizable land force, so I'm not really all too concerned. But I will build a few long-range point defenses in case they land anywhere but in front of these turrets here. Now, just in case, it seems that they're going to do that and that they're going to be attacked by land more often than they are air, I could now I have more of a reason to set up long-range point defenses here than I do air.
These units of mine can provide you some assistance in taking control of this base.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. Now what we're going to do, 21 of these. We're going to go over here and we're going to assist these last few remaining units in taking out these last few turrets. That kind of thing. And we're also going to go over there for our own intel to see what's left of the base after their ACU went up in a nuclear mushroom cloud. Okay. So, solely relying on our allies' vision here, it seems like everything's gone. But I just want to check to make sure anything on this pathway here from this base is gone as well. Now remember what I said about minor skirmishes early on? I usually send in 20, not just a few, for scouts early on, because 20 is going to put a dent in something. It would be just destroying one thing, even if it's a full anti-air turret or a heavy point defense, it's just going to make them spend that much more resources on it. And plus, it allows us to see what's inside the base. So what I'm going to do now that they just dispelled their land units away from their base, we're going to go in with a large air force, and this one's going to go here. So, they have way more anti-air. Which this base is better defended than the other one, to be honest. Which is why I left this one last. Though they only make land units, not all their land units can attack you, which makes you think that you're more open to attacking them with air. Then again, they have way more anti-air capabilities than you think. Okay, I'm actually going to start moving now to a prep area, which is going to be the middle area, where I'm going to prep all my units to group here, halfway point in between the fight, to here, where then I'll send them and command them to attack there when. And this is just a procedure that I'm going to do throughout the rest of this as many times as needed to finish them off for the sake of getting rid of the wait for you to have your land units move into position. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna try and fast forward this thing. I actually can't. I think about telling another engineer to assist this factory, but at most you can have two or three engineers. I think at most 3 engineers or 3 units supporting a factory, and for the best output you want your ACU and 2 engineers on something. I'd rather have more air units be built faster than my land units. Air units can quickly move to an AO faster than my land units can. Depending upon the land unit, but these ones are pretty slow. Now I'm going to tell them to move this way, prepare for an attack, an incoming attack here. Now, the UAF may not see this coming because whatever intel stations they have are here. Well, we actually have an intel station right here in our mass outpost here. So, definitely having this allows us to pretty much ambush our enemies. And I'm also going to tell them to move forward towards the enemy as they try to attack. sometimes works if you tell them to move right next to it and then tell it to attack. Sometimes it doesn't work. Hopefully, they do that one when you tell it to attack something, because then it allows the mobile missile launchers to be super inaccurate because it doesn't do well against moving targets. Okay, now what we're gonna do is sometimes, like I said, it's best to outnumber at the point of attack, but sometimes using a unit that won't even be able to put a dent into someone's base is not the best thing to do. Well, we wouldn't have known that they had a whole lot of AA until we sent units in there. So what we're going to do now is send our land units in. What we're going to do is have them attack the enemy, mainly their anti-air turrets. Now, before we do that, I'm just going to buy a bunch of upgrades.
Handle those UEF meteors.
Ooh, damage. How much is that? 7. Wow. Okay, they might see this one coming due to the intel. Okay. First land assault is in progress. Second assault overall. Once we take out this opposing land force in the beginning, take out these 2 turrets, we should be able to easily take out some of the AA here. As a matter of fact, it'd probably be best, now that we have somewhat of a sizable air force, to move in and assist. Okay. Move in, have all of them attack this. How's this taking no damage? Oh, they have a shield, we just couldn't see it. It's outside of our radar range. Okay, never mind, woo. Okay. Now we're just gonna focus all of this on the AA because that's our best option right now. Increase our damage now that we actually have the stuff for it. Now what's easier about this mission, once you take out the first base, is that your allies of the Siren will now be able to send more units towards the enemies here and be able to assist in suppressing them, making them spend more resources on fighting the Sirens, so that way when you go in for an attack, they may not have as many units available or something along those lines. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I think we have enough AA units with us. Plus, they don't have a whole lot because they don't have any air factories, and that's a land base. So I'm going to replace it with a mobile missile launcher. Now our land capabilities should do more damage to their turrets. I think we've been at maximum energy for a while now and I haven't noticed. That's okay. So what they've done is they made a shell outside of their base, all along the outside, AA emplacements. So that no matter what side I attack from, they can always protect themselves. Now in this case, we can't do the sneak attack that we did here, where it put a dent in their base, and then we took the rest out mainly due to our land units attacking their ACU, and then our pretty much our air units running interference and attacking anything that would try to keep the ACU alive there. But what we can't necessarily do that here, but we can try and crack the shell open and send units at them this way. Now at this point, if you think that everything's getting too is not moving anywhere and it's too close to a standstill, what you can do and what I'm planning on doing is making some experimental sea hunters. Yes, when you think of a sea hunter, you think of a naval experimental, but we don't have a naval force. All of our land units can go on land. So all of our land experimentals are naval experimentals, and all of our naval experimentals are technically land experimentals by that standard. So
Salt block can be built at an experimental factory.
I could do install block, but I like the sea hunters better. Cost a little bit more, but they're definitely great, and I'm gonna have these ones lead our charge against the enemy. Let me see. Structures. Gonna upgrade a bunch of stuff here. For the most part, your ACU doesn't really need upgrades other than the mass and energy income. To be honest, it's not really going to do much fighting other than fight off one or two units at a time early on for those early on skirmishes and all that stuff. But you know that's just how it is. Okay, how much land units do we have? Overall, we have 53. Okay, that is quite a large amount. Let's do that here. Then what we're going to do is get our sea hunters. Hope they're ready. Trying to find my engineers. Let's see, I had two there. Nope, I have like three focusing on that, I think. I took one off to do that stuff. So I'm gonna have my ACU assist the build of my sea hunters. We have 26 of these. Now, what I like about the Sea Hunter is that it doesn't need a whole lot of room. It can seem like to go through other buildings and it phase through part of this mass extractor to get out, but it doesn't actually seem to. The only thing it seems to not be able to go through and push aside are other land units. Okay, what we're going to do is actually tell our Sea Hunters to go here. This one's not going to do that, of course. So we're going to tell it to move here. By the way, if you build, you're probably not going to need to build 50 of these, but just for the sake of experiment, an Xbox 360 will lag like there's no tomorrow if you make a bunch of those. I'm just putting that out there now. 50 of them is a bit overkill and a bit too much for the Xbox 360. Okay, 30. We're gonna move this here. Normally I don't need experimentals, but I'm making some just in case. If this next attack does not work, then of course they're gonna go to the other area as well. You know what? I'll just take this one along with us. Okay. Let's go and wreck everything else. Okay. 30 of these we're gonna move in here. And my air units, of course, can get there before this. Our main focus is to take these two things out. just before they launch their attacks. Land unit's gonna move in, and they're gonna go right for these air units here. Taking out a key point here, or at least these 6 here, will allow us to target some of their land factories first. Over here without interfering with much AA resistance with our new air army that will be made soon. So, that in place, what we're going to do is actually have it attack this. Now we're going to retell these guys, because I also somehow was commanding these guys as well. I'm just going to tell these guys to move in here. And I guess slowly, piece by piece, we're going to either move in here and finish them off. If this commander, which apparently did not have cordon, but if he didn't, would slowly move in here now that we've put a crack in their shell of defenses, and slowly, base by base or facility by facility, we take them out. But in this case, we did not need to do that, but that's what you would most likely do. Then, as well as your incoming waves of attacks, would also have to just mainly focus pressing their turrets so that they don't rebuild them and destroy you and put up more of a defense when you attack them.
Maddox, I believe.
Okay.
Dominic Maddox?
You know him?
We went to school together.
Lovely
We went to school together.
man. Lovely illuminate wife and child.
By the way,
He's married?
for those of you who haven't seen the previous campaigns and are just watching this strategy guide to know what's going, just to know how to win this one, they're referencing the player that he commander that he played as in the first one, and in the first campaign, the UEF one, and he's actually married to Illuminate people, so he didn't tolerate the unprovoked, unnecessary attack against a peaceful colony of Illuminate people, especially when his family was there, so, and all that stuff. But anyway, guys, gonna have to end this strategy guide off here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Taking the time to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below would be highly appreciated, and I will